POCSO, the law that exists to protect children against sexual offences. As you mentioned, the minor in this case actually registered her complaint before a magistrate. The father spoke about how she was very scared. They were very scared, and later he withdrew, as often happens when these cases are dragged out. He withdrew his case. Now the police is moved to cancel, therefore, the FIR that was registered under POCSO. What do you say about this? What do you, because the police can technically make the argument, the father withdrew the complaint, what can we do?
Yeah. Now, you see, it's like this. In many criminal cases, right, the accused person retracts the statement, all right, and says that, oh, I was tortured or I was harassed by the police, and therefore I said this, that, and the other, and therefore I want to retract my statement. The court then has a look at the statement and the circumstances, behind the statement that was made and the retraction. And I've yet to come across a case where the court has said, yes, the retraction is valid, and we accept your retraction. Now, in this case, did the police try to find out why there was a retraction?
Yeah.
What was the reason for the retraction? Or did they just say, well, the statement has been retracted, we are satisfied that the retraction is genuine, which means that the original statement was false, okay, which is what they
Yeah.
were wanting to investigate. So did they just accept the retraction on the face of it? If so, why? Why did they not, try to find out why is this person turned hostile, so to speak? Why is there this retraction? Is the retraction genuine or is the retraction under pressure? These are things that should have been seen. And then the police could have, if they had investigated, they could have said that, well, the retraction is under pressure. It's possible. One doesn't know. But was
What
that,
is
was that,
what is your sense? What is your sense?
well, my sense is that, the sequence of events that has transpired is an indication that there was pressure. And the wrestlers have said quite clearly, the adult wrestlers, they've said quite clearly that, we've been put under pressure and we are under threat. And the Supreme Court said that give them police protection. Now, if the adult wrestlers who are champions, if they are under threat, you think a minor won't succumb to pressure of this kind? Obviously, she's going to, succumb to this kind of pressure.
So
So that should have been investigated.
what will a judge, when this charge sheet moves forward, what happens now? Can a judge say, no, go back and tell us before you cancel this FIR that was registered by the father, go back and investigate why the girl felt the need to retract?
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot that the magistrate can do, to find out why did this retraction take place. And look at it like this, Barkha. If the first complaint that was made by the minor was false, right, the retraction is genuine. POCSO provides for a person being prosecuted for making a false complaint. Now, have the police filed a case against the minor and her father for filing a false complaint? They've not done that. Why not? If they're so sure that the first statement made by the minor and her father were false, they should have said, what is all this going on? You're making false complaints against a member of parliament, no less. How can you get away with this kind of thing? We are going to prosecute you
Yeah.
for making a false complaint. They've not done that. Why?
What does it tell you?
What does it tell anybody? That there is something funny going on.
Is it your sense then that justice will not be served because POCSO, if the protection of sexual, children from sexual offences law had been applied, he could have been arrested immediately. Now the sections that have been applied, they will not mandate an immediate arrest.
Yes. Yeah. Well, first of all, he will not be arrested. He has not been arrested so far. There's no question of his being arrested now. The second thing
Why
is,
do you why do you say that? Why do you say that?
well, the reason is the authorities will say, oh, the law will take its own course. Standard
Right.
answer. They will say the matter sub judice, right?
Yeah.
So the matter continues. So what's going to happen? And will any priority be given to this case in hearing?
So
Unlikely.
basically, your sense is this has been put into cold storage. The charge sheet has been framed. A box has been ticked. POCSO is going to be cancelled. There's going to be no urgent hearing of this matter, and this man will not be arrested.
Yeah, that's it. And as and when the case comes up, I think there's enough material to show that, listen, this charge sheet, you know the defense can make out all kinds of stories, and have the accused acquitted. That's
So
possible.
you're not hopeful. So you're not hopeful at all of justice after this charge sheet.
No. I'm not hopeful of conviction. I'm not hopeful of conviction at all.
We can do at this point.
Sorry.
Is there anything a judge can do at this point?
Well, I think the judge should try and find out, why is it that this retraction took place. All
Yeah,
right. Is the
yeah.
retraction genuine or is it not genuine? Okay. What are this case of rioting, by the way, is another form of pressure. You know, what happens if tomorrow or day after tomorrow the police file a case against the wrestlers for rioting? So
Yeah.
they have this sword hanging over their head. I think the judge should take all this into consideration and get to the bottom of it.